Hello, my name is Havilah Gianetta, and I am running a GoFundMe campaign to support my memoir, which I'm about two-thirds of the way through. And I promise to give reading updates. So this one is a pretty short one from seventh grade about one of my first big crushes. Just so you know, I begin every excerpt with a quote, and this one is from Patricia Rosima's 1999 Mansfield Park. What's he like? A rake, I think. Ooh, yes, please. They amuse more in literature than they do in life, Susie. And again, that's from Mansfield Park. Hello? I picked up the phone absent-mindedly, not recognizing the number. Hi, is Havilah there? It's Tom Weston. I looked up from my homework as my heart skipped a beat. Tom Weston's calling me? Fiona and Victoria would be so jealous. Oh, hey, yeah, it's me, I drawled, trying to sound as laid back as possible. The only quasi-romantic phone calls I'd ever had involved an employee at Northside Library. I didn't actually know who he was, and I didn't want to, since all the men I'd seen working there were old and in poor shape. But this librarian had the voice of a dark angel, deep and soothing, with just a hint of a growl underneath his words, and I couldn't resist calling him to ask silly literary questions just to hear it again. Tom's budding man voice was nowhere near as velvety as the librarian's, but it would do. Do you have a question about homework or something? I said awkwardly, hoping that this unexpected call wouldn't turn out to be school-related, or worse, a prank. No, I wasn't calling about some stupid homework, Tom snorted. I wanted to talk to you. I began pacing the kitchen in excitement, thankful that Mom wasn't home yet. Oh, really? I grinned. What exactly did you want to talk to me about? Whatever you want, Tom teased. I just got home from practicing with my band, and I was bored, so I figured my night would be more interesting if I called you. Oh, please, you're not in a band, I scoffed. You're only in seventh grade. Yes, I am in a band, he shot back. I play bass. I mean, it's not like we're the best band in the world or anything, he added calmly, as if he wasn't showing off. But we're going to start playing real gigs soon. You should come see us. I rolled my eyes. Of course, it wasn't enough that Tom was the only middle schooler to make the varsity soccer team. He had to have a hidden artsy side, too. Fine, I sighed. Invite me when you get a gig. I'll believe it when I see it. Well, since you can't see me perform yet, he purred, lowering his voice, maybe I could come see you. Come see me do what? I asked suggestively. Tom chuckled. What would you do if I was standing outside of your house right now? What door am I at? He whispered wickedly. I shook my head. Impersonating a Scream character wasn't the most original choice. Tom could do better than that. Oh, really? I smirked. You're here, right now, staring at me through my kitchen window? Yeah, Tom rasped. Yeah, I'm stalking you. Well, then, how do you think I look naked? I asked. I could hear Tom's breath catch in his throat as he went completely silent. Bet you weren't expecting that one, I thought to myself. Are you seriously naked right now? He gasped. Well, that doesn't surprise you, does it? Since you're here staring at me? My eyes flitted to the window, wishing Tom were there even though I knew he wouldn't be. I just hate wearing clothes, I pouted. So whenever I'm alone, like right now, I always take them off. Really? He breathed hopefully. Of course not, you idiot, I laughed. It's almost winter and my house isn't that warm. I mean, I do take my clothes off as much as I can during the summer, though. Or at least I used to, before I had to wear this stupid back brace. Hey, don't knock the brace, Tom ordered in mock seriousness. It pushes up your boobs. Oh, you like that, huh? Yes, Tom squealed. It's like they're propped up on a table. A high-pitched giggle erupted from the other end of the line. Seriously, Havilah, we should... I started as the garage door groaned underneath the house. Mom was home, and I'd been so absorbed in homework and then in Tom that I'd completely forgotten to get anything ready for dinner. Look, I have to go. My mom's home. But wait, When? We'll talk later, I interrupted, slamming the receiver back on the wall as I scurried to put dishes on the table. But I couldn't stop smiling. It was official. Tom Weston, the most attractive boy in my grade, had called me. But a twinge of disappointment followed my sense of triumph as I began setting out the silverware. Why hadn't it felt more thrilling? After years of fantasizing about getting Tom's attention and exchanging all sorts of naughty banter with him, it almost seemed like I was better at seduction than he was. That wasn't supposed to happen. Tom had had a ton of girlfriends and had even risen to mild fame for fingering the ever-popular Chrissy Page. I furrowed my brow as an uncomfortable thought came to mind. Tom might be gorgeous and talented, but what if he didn't really know what he was doing when it came to romance? After all, if you can't outflirt a virgin in a back brace, you need to up your game. Right, that was my fifth excerpt and memory from middle school. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to donate to my campaign, I will put the link under this YouTube video, and my sixth update will be coming out in a few days.